Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Let's see what level of nonsense is dished up on us on this evening UK time, obviously morning in Sydney, Australia. But nonetheless, lots of nonsense to go through. This is what our football club has become, bunch of nonsense news on a regular basis. So let's go. First up, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea director Jonathan Goldstein. If you guys remember, he's also one of the directors. Spurs fan who was really brought in for the whole stadium redevelopment plan and relocation and all of that. He was meant to be looking after the stadium stuff because apparently he's got links in real estate and so on and so forth. But we've done Jackal. But he's got something to say. Says Enzo Maresca is 100% safe as he became the first Blues chief to publicly back the Italian. Adding they are optimistic they can make it into Champions League positions this season. I mean, look, great to have that optimism that we can still make it into Champions League position. I like that. But Maresca is 100% safe as he becomes the first, Blues chief publicly backing the Italian. 100% safe, ladies and gentlemen. How do you feel about that? Now, from a logical standpoint. 100% safe makes sense. Why should it be Enzo Maresca that gets hurt in this entire piece when we all know ultimately all the issues that are happening at Chelsea Football Club stems to all the way to the top of the tree, which are the owners that we have. However, I've come to a realization, I think some of you guys have come to a realization that to get rid of these owners, it's going to take a big effort. It's a war. It's not going to be done over one protest. It's going to need multiple protests, strong protests as well. And if we have the shenanigans that we had yesterday, where this one particular match-going fan calling TalkSport and absolutely obliterating this campaign for the time being, then we're in trouble. We need match-going fans to be strong-minded and have the right message, which is Blue Co out. Unless and until I see this, and unless and until I see multiple level of protest over the next 6 months to a year, these owners, they know they're quite safe. They do know. So there's one thing about wanting these owners gone, which is what I want. But then there's the other thing about, well, how real is this possibility anytime soon? Anytime soon, it's not happening. So if the owners are not going to go anytime soon, if the sporting directors are not going to go anytime soon, I can't actually sit here anymore and say Maresca's job is 100% safe. This brother over here, Jonathan Goldstein, he might accept all the mediocrity that's happening at Chelsea Football Club right now because he's Spurs fan. Not ex-Spurs fan, he is a Spurs fan. He'll probably say the same thing about Ange, that Ange should be safe with all the nonsense that's happening in Spurs. So we know this individual, Jonathan Goldstein, he's okay with mediocrity. We, on the other hand, no. Someone needs to be held accountable here. Someone. And if it's not the owners, and if it's not the sporting directors, then I'm sorry, there are matches to be won. I can't sit here anymore and confidently say Maresca is 100% safe. Now, you might say, but that's crazy. You do know he's not the biggest issue, but now you're saying that he needs to go. I'm sorry. We've been forced in this corner. We've been forced. And I've made it very, very clear, crystal clear, that Maresca himself isn't flawless. Meanwhile, show some fight. Show me what you can do with what we have. We can't just bend over backwards every single match day going to Aston Villa. None of us are confident, are we? No, we're not. But we can't have that. Change that mentality. Change that feeling. Show some fight with whatever you have available. And some parts of what you have available is not bad enough. I mean, not entirely bad. It is somewhat good. In fact, very good. You have some really, really good players. So utilize them. Do something different in terms of shoring up the defense. Don't just stay hellbound on your ways and your philosophy because you don't have all the ingredients to do that. So now do something that is best for the team, because if we don't pick up the wins, it's not good enough to just simply go owners out while we just dwindle into the oblivion. So I'm sorry, I cannot say Maresca is 100% safe because now I will have to focus on him because I'm forced to focus on him. I'm forced. These owners and these sporting directors ain't leaving before the Aston Villa game. They ain't leaving before the Southampton game. They ain't leaving before the end of this season, at least. So I can't sit here and just go, yeah, keep on going, Maresca. No, do better. Do better with what you have. 100% do better. Make us more resolute. Make us fight. Create a structure that is going to get the best out of this lot. So I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I don't agree with Jonathan Goldstein in the sense that Maresca is 100% safe. He shouldn't be right now because of the circumstance of this football club. It's very easy for these owners to say he's safe because that's what they want. They want to settle for mediocrity. They're fine with mediocrity. But we need better. We need better. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to that. Next up, Noni Madueke has been ruled out until after the international break in March. So we knew this was coming. He was injured and he was taken off against the game against Brighton. Look, yeah, it's another blow. It's another injury. But in all honesty, how much are we really going to miss this player gone? He's not the levels either. And not to say that Pedro Neto and Sancho are delivering at the moment. No, they're not. They're not delivering as well. But the point is, him being injured, is it really going to have a massive impact on us? Not really. But yeah, it's a blow because now we really have to rely and hope that Pedro Neto and Sancho can stay fit, number one, and can consistently perform, which so far they haven't shown that. So I'm a little bit bothered that he's injured, but I'm not entirely bothered because it's not like Noni Madueke was setting the world on fire. Noni while Noni Madueke's absence is another blow to head coach Enzo Maresca, it is hoped his injury is not as bad as first feed and that he will not miss a significant number of games. Fair dues. He'll be back after the March international break, so it's not the end of the world. Next up, Renato Veiga has suffered an injury to the tendon of the plantar gracilis near the hamstring of the right leg. He was substituted off early against Juventus. Juventus have crashed out. I saw his match against Inter Milan. Do you know what? He actually played really well. I still think the Premier League might be a bit too fast for him. He still needs to develop. He's a young player. I also think that he might not have the desire to come back to Chelsea Football Club anymore as long as Enzo Maresca is there. He might want to, he feels loved at Juventus. He might want to stay there, and Juventus probably want to buy him. They're going to have to pay good money. And once again, great business. It will turn out to be great business from the ownership and the sporting directors to find a player that cost us not that much, and the wages were not that much, and we're potentially in line to make a decent profit out of him. The recovery time will be evaluated depending on the symptoms test to confirm. So that's a little bit of news in regards to Renato Veiga. Ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it in today's news that's been circulating around. Look, just to close this news video off, I'm really disheartened. I'm really disheartened off the back of what I saw with the TalkSport match-going fan. I need some belief from the match-going fans now. I need to see what level of protest they're going to put out on Tuesday. If I see the protest where people are holding a banner, "Oh, make us debt-free," we've got a long way to go. That man was talking about us having debt. Yes, Clearlake Capital, check my video that I did on Clearlake Capital. They believe in debt financing. This is not a new phenomenon. At the end of the day, that debt is going to be incorporated into the selling price if and when the owners sell up. So we don't need to worry too much about this debt financing thing. What we need to worry about is all the other factors, the model that they're carrying on with us, the mismanagement of money, the constant buying of youth and inexperience, which is creating a proper imbalance of the squad, not just the players, but the managers, the sporting directors, and the ownership. They don't seem to be hiring anyone that has wealth of experience in the industry at the highest level. I'm not talking about people from Wolves and people from Brighton and this, that, the other. I'm talking about from high calibrated, prolific clubs. They don't want that. They don't want anyone that will challenge their model. So hence, ladies and gentlemen, I've resorted to the sense that it's not going to change anytime soon. We can apply the pressure and we will keep the pressure on, but it ain't going to change today or tomorrow or day after. Meanwhile, we need matches to win. And meanwhile, Enzo Maresca has to do his thing. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about all of this. Smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya. Bye.